Good evening, all of you, and welcome to today's session, which is happening on April 1st. The choosing the right tax regime. The rule has changed. The new regime is now the default and offering low tax rates, but with a lesser deduction. However, if you go with the old tax regime, which is still exists, you have a higher deductions where you can claim the loss from the interest paid to a home loans. You can also claim the HRA. And so in nutshell, the default is not always the best. You must choose wisely uh, which tax regime is good for you. Let me help you with it. What we have done is we have actually created one sheet where you can fill your CTC and you will be able to understand which one is better for you. We have created one sheet where you have to fill your current salary here where it is actually yellow marked. Now, if you are going with the old tax regime, then you have to fill it up everything which is mentioned in the yellow mark, because there are, there is a segregation of a CTC in terms of paying the EPF, the gratuity, the insurance premium paid by the employer, and there are few more where under old tax regime you can take a deduction up to 1.5 lakh under section 80C, and then few deductions are available in 80D and 80CCD 1B. So if anybody actually opting for an old tax regime, we will in a later slide we will talk about how to choose it. But for the understanding, what I've done is I put it some amount as a CTC here, and then I segregated the breakup of a salary, and then I have not yet filled any of the 80C thing out here. But if you have, you can fill it up out here, and then by default you will get a 50,000 standard deduction if you are going for an old tax regime. Similarly, there is a standard deduction of 75,000 rupee for the new tax regime. You need not to fill it. This sheet already exists having these standard deductions, and in the end you will find how much tax you have to pay. Okay, so if anybody who is having a salary of 30 lakh in a year and having doesn't do any kind of 80C kind of declaration where one can claim 1.5 lakh under 80C and home loan, etc., etc. Okay, then this clearly reflect the new tax regime is better.